Stop number 29 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Chicagoland Speedway as we're here today for the running of the National Guard 400. As we get down to the nitty-gritty here in this point of the season, there are almost 10 races left on the season, 11 actually after this one. And so we'll see what happens here today. 41 laps distance here today on this 1.5 mile racetrack. And we, of course, if you saw the race at Richmond, had a great race here at that event. And also we have a new points leader after Richmond as well. So all the storylines in that greet us here today. And so with all that said, let's get the storyline for today's running of the event here at Chicagoland Speedway. On the pole, it's Joshua Sikuli, the number 12 Ray Bessis Buick. At 194 miles an hour, he'll be alongside Michael Norman, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. He's on the outside. Row 2 has Joshua Osborne, the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet, a two-time winner this season, winning at Darlington and at Michigan. He'll be at the second Michigan race. Alongside of him will be Johnny Gardner, the Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28. Then it's Levi McIntyre, the number 99 XI Batteries SKF Ford, the winner at Dover and the Pepsi 400 down in Daytona. Beside him, another two-time winner, Levi's buddy Dylan Young, number 2 Miller GM and Draft Ford. He won the season at Rockingham and again at Kentucky. Row 4 has Dalton Day, the number 20 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile, winner at Yas Marina Circuit this season. Alongside of him will be Benjamin Miles, the number 27 Kodiak Pontiac. Row 5 has Joshua Kohler, the STP Pontiac, car number 43, the defending champion of this event. At Chicago, he'll be flanked by two-time winner this season, Kev Shearer, number 57 Heinz Tomato Ketchup Pontiac. Row 6 has Jessica Shelton, second place in points now, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford, winner this season at Sonoma. She'll be flanked by the points leader now, Chelsea Bowles. Those two cannot seem to get away from each other, can they? In the Quaker State Buick, car number 26, she won at the Brickyard 400 this season. She's also the new points leader, and leader for Rookie of the Year as well. Dylan Poteet is the inside of row number 7, the number 31 Mom and Pop's Chevrolet. He'll be alongside the number 42 Meliella Pontiac, Kyle Matthews, two-time winner this season, winning at Martinsville and again at California Speedway this season. Row number 9 has Keith Batson, number 88 Ford Quality Care Service, Ford Credit Ford Thunderbird. He'll be flanked by Zed Weinstein, the number 70 Rumpel Furniture Pontiac. Row 10 has Trent Dunham, the number 1 Skull Classic Oldsmobile for Sega Motorsports. He'll be alongside Seth Cole in the number 52 Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. Row number 11, row 11 has Andrew Perry, the number 5 Levi Garrett Chevrolet, the winner this season at the night race at Bristol. He'll be alongside the winner of the day race at Bristol, Charles Sanford, in the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. Row 12 has two-time winner this season, Ryan George. He won the last outing at Richmond, Virginia. He also was the winner at the First Union 400 at North Wilkesboro. He's in the Pennzoil Pontiac, car number 30. He'll be alongside Chris Dowerton, number 55 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile, three-time winner this season. Winner at Sonoma, winner at Riverside, Watkins Glen, and at the Southern 500 down in Darlington. Then it's Jesse Turner, the number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile, the winner of the first race at Pocono. He'll be alongside the number 7 Xerox Antifreeze Ford of Cole Deaver. He's on the outside. Row number 14 has the number 33 Skull Bandit Chevrolet of John Gilbert, and beside him, Chris Dodd, two-time winner this season, winning the Daytona 500 and the race at Talladega in the Air 499. Then it's Paul Minnick in the number 4 Kodak Film Oldsmobile. That's not an Oldsmobile. Now, I'll get to that. So we'll get to that story here in a minute. He'll be alongside the number 71 Lightboy Chevrolet of Jonathan Zorland. And it's Quentin Moore, the number 21 Citgo Ford.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Man, some good burn engines. So Quentin was the winner of the race at Michigan, the first race at Michigan. Then Dawson Wise is alongside of him in the Interstate Batteries car number 18. for the winner at Las Vegas. Now, Paul Minnick is in an Oldsmobile. He would be in a Chevrolet on the mile-and-a-half track, but crashed a Chevrolet in final practice. In first practice, I should say, and he had to qualify the Oldsmobile for this event. So, but he'll have the Chevrolet ready at the race at Dover. Pace car ducks off on the pit road. The green flag about to wave here for 41 laps of action. Joshua Sakuli on the front row. The green flag waves. We are underway at Chicago. Sakuli has really pulled away from the start of the field, but now the rest of the field begins to catch up here. Osborne, McIntyre, Dalton Day all catch up coming out of turn number 4 as the field takes at least the first lap. As the field takes the first lap here, Sakuli led the lap, and now here comes Osborne to second position. Third is now McIntyre, Dalton Day in fourth. Battle for fifth between Benjamin Miles and Michael Norman, and Joshua Collard. Throw him in the mix as well. In the STP Pontiac, car number 43, Jessica Shelton making her way through the field. She wants to try to pull Shelton's mission, of course, to try to regain that point lead. She lost the last stop on the tour at Richmond. And bear in mind that race at Richmond, though, Shelton is now behind 8 points coming into this event, though, and just three races earlier at Michigan. After Michigan, she was leading by 152 points. And then bad luck struck her at Bristol and Darlington, and then had a okay run at Richmond, but still finished behind Bowles in that race. And now finds herself trailing in the points chase as we see a battle for second there between Levi McIntyre and Joshua Osborne. Going at it, car 99 and 17, Ford versus Chevrolet. Then you got 2 Pontiacs and an Oldsmobile right behind there. But leading the field is a Buick with Joshua Sakuli in the number 12 Revistas car. He's looking for his first win of the season, by the way. As we see Sakuli leading him down. There's the nice speed shot right here. Five laps in the books, and they are now averaging over 189 miles per hour. They qualified, as we said, at 194 miles an hour. Here comes Levi McIntyre. Car number 99, the Excite battery is Ford. Benjamin Miles running in third spot. Fourth is Joshua Osborne. Battle for fifth between Joshua Collard and his buddy Jessica Shelton right behind, and another veteran, Dylan Poteet, car 31. It's been a rut season for Poteet in the 31 machine. He's way down on the points chase. The man who runs the Mountain Dew Racing Series, as it were. Has yet to win the season. He's, of course, as we said, the season 1 champion of this series. But really has nothing to show for his performance in that 31 car this season. 2x2 battling here. Osborne, McIntyre, Shelton, and Collard. Benjamin Miles, meanwhile, takes second from this bunch of cars here as Shelton tries to find her way to the inside of Osborne for position. Michael Norman thrown in this mix in the 3 car. Trent Dunham getting around Charles Sanford. And here comes Poteet. He's going to make a 3-way between he, Shelton, and Collard. And now the children's cars of Poteet and Norman battle for position. They're nose to tail, the 31 and the 3. Dunham right behind the 1. There's Ryan George in car 30, the winner the last time at Richmond, Virginia, the last race on the tour. Gardner Shear Motorsports slaying that 3/4 mile D-shaped track. Kev Shear, you remember, won the first Richmond event, and now Ryan George takes the second stop at that 3/4 mile track as Poteet and Shelton battle it out now side by side for position. That is for the 5th spot. And meanwhile, Benjamin Miles is close in on Joshua Sakuli for the lead. But Sakuli pulls ahead. Pontiac leads, Buick second, Chevrolet third, Ford in the 4th position, and a Ford in 5th with Shelton at the moment. But Poteet in the 31 ain't giving up. Shelton's got that high lane working to her advantage. Now Ryan George wants to hook up with Poteet, and Jess throws the block, and she'll keep 5th. But I tell you what a battle those two. What a show those two put on their position for a few laps. Osborne back inside for 2nd place on Benjamin Miles. But Miles throws that block, and now Benjamin says, if you want to get by me, Joshua, do it the hard way. And Joshua says, to heck with that. And now he goes inside of Miles. He shoves Miles up the track now in car 27. Osborne in 17. McIntyre watching all this in 99. Joshua Sakuli, meanwhile, watching all this behind and says, I'm loving it. Keep battling there back there, guys. I'm going to take off and win this thing. Andrew Perry running in the 8th position. There's Michael Norman in 9th. To battle for 10th between two buddies, Seth Cole and Trent Dunham. A couple of veterans going at it here. And in fact, veterans abound, I should say. They're Dunham, Seth Cole, Dalton Day, Johnny Gardner, Charles Sanford, and Joshua Collard, Chris Dollarton. Now in the mix now in car number 55. Dollarton looking strong here as we approach the late stages of the season. 3 wide there between Gardner, Day, and Dunham. And oh no, Dollarton. Ooh, I thought he was going to make a 4 wide there for a minute. Dollarton hooks up with Gardner. And, oh, Dunham. Oh my gosh, Sanford and Collard got cozy there coming out of turn number 4 and just about took each other out. And now they're 3 wide. Dunham on the outside. Here comes Keith Batson in car number 88. Trying to figure a way around both of them. And now Zed Weinstein wants to join in on the fun. Last lap speed on this bunch of cars, they're ranging between 191 to 194 miles per hour. Zed Weinstein going inside of Collard, or going inside of Charles Saber for position. Now Jesse Turner moves his way through the field. Kyle Matthews trying to get around Kev Shearer in 57. Dylan Young, in the 2 car right behind. Poteet right now running in 7th. They're Young running in the, let's see what he was. Right, Dylan Young was clocked in at 22nd last time by Chelsea Bowles, trying to get around the 2 of Dylan Young. Bowles discovered the pendulum has swung against her now as she's running 23rd. Shelton running in 4th at the moment. And bear in mind, Bowles has had all that good luck though at Bristol, Darlington, and Richmond, where she finished way ahead of Shelton in those races, and now the pendulum may have swung against Chelsea right now, and that 8-point lead that she had going into this event may be dwindling to nothing now. And if Jess can keep in the top 10 positions and Bowles stays where she's at right now, whoa, oh, what a points harvest Shelton may get, but not if she's caught on the high side right now, which she is at the moment. Michael Norman to the inside lane. Norman trying to get around the 9 car. Jess keeps that high lane working to her advantage, and she keeps that spot for Norman for now. Shelton running in 6th position, the last lap by 195.2 miles per hour compared to a 194.5 for Norman. Battle for 4th going on between Andrew Perry and the 30 car of Ryan George. Shelton wants to get around them both. Inside lane, here comes Norman trying to push Jess, but nothing doing. Jess has to back off the throttle, and now here comes Norman back to the inside lane. And right around him goes Norman, or tries to get around is Norman. Dylan Poteet and Joshua Osborne watching all this with interest, and now Shelton again blocks Michael Norman. Some great battles going on here at Chicagoland Speedway. As the leader is still Joshua Sekuli, by the way, with Benjamin Miles still second. Third is still Levi McIntyre. Andrew Perry running in the fourth position, with Ryan George right now in fifth position. Whoa. Shelton has that high line working to our advantage, though. That's the one advantage he's got right now over Michael Norman at the moment. But Norman may find some help there at 17 at Joshua Osborne. And meanwhile, Levi McIntyre's caught the back of Benjamin Miles' car. Miles to the high side, McIntyre on the low side. We've seen the high side working to their advantage. And it does for Benjamin Miles. But only for the moment. Just past halfway in the books here. 23 in the books and 23 in the books and 19 laps to go. Or 18 laps to go, I should say now. Make that 17. 24 in the books at the moment. Johnny Gardner and Dalton Day battling for 9th position. Battle for second, Levi McIntyre and Benjamin Miles. Ryan George and Jessica Shelton right there behind McIntyre. And what battling we're seeing here. 3 wide now to the inside lane. Shelton had a look at Ryan George, but nothing doing. McIntyre takes second. George the third. And here comes Norman, 3 wide for the fourth position. 27, 9, and 3. Miles caught on the high side of the track. Here comes Norman to the inside of the 9 of Shelton. And again, Shelton throws the block. And now Osborne gets into the inside of Norman. 3 wide behind with Gardner, Perry, and Miles. Benjamin Miles stuck on that high side lane. He may have a problem with that 27 car. I don't know. Keep an eye on that 27 car. He may have a problem with the car. I don't know, or his car just doesn't work well on the high side. We've seen cars work well on the high side over the course of this event. Now it's 3 Pontiacs. Miles, Weinstein, and Collard. And now it's Joshua Sekuli leading. Second is now Levi McIntyre. Third, Ryan George. Shelton in fourth. And fifth is Michael Norman. Ryan George going to the inside of Norman, or going inside of McIntyre for the number 2 spot. Shelton now follows McIntyre up the high side of the track now. And here comes Norman. Again going to the inside lane. And Norman's got the shove from Joshua Osborne, and Shelton now drops from 4th to maybe 6th position. And Shelton now slides right behind Joshua Osborne in the 17 car. But now Johnny Gardner wants to take a peek to the inside lane, and Shelton throws the block, says to heck with you, Johnny, and she now gets past Osborne. And now Levi McIntyre stuck on the high side lane of that 99 car. 10 laps to go here at Chicago. McIntyre in third. Here comes Shelton inside of Norman and McIntyre. And Michael says nuh-uh, and well, I tell you what we're just keeping on this battle right now there for position. This has been a heck of a battle going on here. And Keith Batson now works his way up to the top 10 now in car number 88. He now runs in the 9th position. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 battling right there. And it's going to bring a lot of cars into this mix now. Shelton now goes inside, and I think that's for 4th position, but McIntyre hangs on the high side lane. McIntyre, we've seen that outside lane work for everybody else to their advantage. And it's working for McIntyre right now in that 99 car. We have seen Shelton make that high lane work and just cannot seem to get the low side to work. And usually the low side's the quickest way around, but McIntyre floors that throttle and says bye-bye, Jess, and he'll take 3rd. Or make that 4th, excuse me. Michael Norman and Ryan George battling it out. Car number 3 and 30. George running in 2nd position. Norman running in 3rd. But one man who's loving all this battling going on back there is the leader of the race, Joshua Sakuli. Car number 12, the Rebessis Buick. He knows he's got now 6 laps to go. And if he wins here today, all 3 of the Buicks in the field for the Castrol GTX Cup Series this season will have all won a race this season. Chris Dodd has won twice for Buick, and so too has Chelsea Bowles that came at Indianapolis in the Brickyard 400. Dodd won the Daytona 500 and the Talladega event, so they've won 3 of the races, and 3 of them have been really the crown jewels of the season. And the yellow flag has flown, and it's Chelsea Bowles the point leader! Chelsea Bowles, the points leader, has crashed in car number 26 with 5 laps to go. And let's look as to what happened. That was not far behind us, as a matter of fact, what we were watching. Bowles was to the inside of Trent Dunham trying to make headway. She goes to the inside lane. Bowles. Collard runs Dallerton down low, and then Joshua Collard just drives into Chelsea Bowles' car. And boy, what? Driving from Chris Dallerton in the 55 car. Just missing Bowles' car, but unfortunately for Chelsea Bowles, who came in here with a slight 8-point lead, ends up in disaster in that 26 machine. And Bowles drops from what was 19th position down to 32nd. Paul Mennick is out of the race with a gearbox problem in the number 4 car. So with Bowles dropping down to 32nd position, that is going to really help Shelton now point-wise, because if this race were to end, obviously she would be the point leader coming out of Chicago. And the pace car lights are off, and guess what? The only yellow flag of the day coming on lap 37. We are going to get a green and white restart, a final lap. We are going to get a final lap restart here at Chicagoland. Get ready for this one, guys. This is going to get crazy. can Joshua Sekuli hold him all off for his first win of the season? Well, we're about to find out. It'll also be his first win of his Castrol GTX Cup Series career, as a matter of fact, if he holds on. Second is Ryan George. Third, Michael Norman. Fourth is Levi McIntyre. Fifth is Jessica Shelton. Sixth is Keith Batson. Seventh, Benjamin Miles. Eighth, Dylan Poteet. Ninth, Joshua Osborne. And 10th place is Johnny Gardner. Get ready for this one. The green and white will both wave at the same time. The final lap restart on lap 41 of 41. And it's a one-lap dash to the checkered flag. Joshua Sekuli, can he hold them all off? Green flag and white flag both way. We're back underway. Here comes Ryan George to the outside. Ryan George to the outside of the racetrack. He may have Sekuli at this point. Here comes Norman. Norman gets past Ryan George. Now here comes Norman to the inside of Joshua Sekuli. They're down the backstretch. Norman tests the inside lane. Michael Norman to the lead. Sekuli fights on the outside. Here comes Levi McIntyre. Here they come up the fourth corner. McIntyre to the inside of Norman, side by side. Michael Norman wins at Chicago. What a finish. Michael Norman gets his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory. And what the heck, do we have a problem of some kind? I thought I heard crashing, I don't know. Sorry for that little camera fail and focusing on the 14 of Jeremy Jones, but anyway. Michael Norman in a thrilling finish Wednesday National Guard 400 at Chicagoland Speedway, and car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, as he takes the Dale Earnhardt colors to victory lane here today. And poor Joshua Sekuli, he did not need that last caution flag to fall. I mean, that was a heartbreaker really for Sekuli. He had that race won, and it was not to be for the number 12 team. Maybe another day for him, unfortunately. But here's the complete rundown. Michael Norman wins the race, the average speed 162.513. Levi McIntyre comes home second. Third, Joshua Sekuli. Fourth was Jessica Shelton. And oh, what a points harvest she's going to get, too. Ryan George, who tried that outside lane on the last restart to maybe possibly go for the win. Instead, he ends up 5th. Benjamin Miles, a solid run, finishing 6th position. Keith Batson, a solid 7th. Dylan Poteet, a solid 8th place run for him. So three much needed good runs for Miles, Batson, and Poteet. Joshua Osborne continues to solidify his spots in the top 5 in the points. He ends up finishing 9th. And Johnny Gardner comes home in 10th position. A good solid run for all those drivers here today at Chicago. Dalton Day coming home in the 11th position. 12th, Jesse Turner. 13th, Andrew Perry. 14th, Zed Weinstein. Trent Dunham, 15th. Kev Shear was 16th in the race. Dylan Young, 17th. Kyle Matthews, 18th. 19th, Seth Cole. 20th is Joshua Collard. Chris Dollerton, 21st. Charles Sanford, 22nd. 23rd, John Gilbert. 24th was Quentin Moore. 25th, Cole Deaver. Zach Winkle, 25th. Jackie Fitzwater, 26th. Or 27th, excuse me. Dawson Weiss, 28th. Amari Steinemer Jr. was 29th. 30th was Matt Dallio. 31st was John Arndt. Chelsea Bowles is going to come home in 32nd position in today's race, and with Jessica Shelton finishing 4th, that's not going to be good news for Chelsea Bowles, because that 8-point lead has pretty much disappeared into nothing for Bowles after this race, though. But she may still be the rookie leader. That's going to be maybe the good news for Chelsea at the moment. We'll see when those point standings will be imported after the video. Into this video. 33rd position would be Daniel Olson. 34th, Chris Dodd. 35th, Cole Baker. 36th, Nick Johnson. 37th was JT Bryant. Sky Commons. 38th, 39th, Johnson Zorlin. 40th was Jeremy Jones. And the only car out of the race with a gearbox problem, Paul Mennick, in the backup Oldsmobile that he will run at the next stop on the tour, which will be at New Hampshire International Speedway for the running of the Sylvania 300. But congratulations today, this season to Michael Norman as he wins here today. Congratulations today to Michael Norman as he wins the National Guard 400 at Chicago, his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. You never know what the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires on this channel. Here in our Trails of Free Races, gaming videos, whatever we desire on this channel, you'll find it here today. You'll find it here in this video. So until then, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.